the Yamim Tovim. They're all amazing. The family component of the Shalosh Regalim, the excitement of Hanukkah and Purim, amazing. But nothing beats the Nusach of Yamim Noraim. It's beautiful, it's spiritual, you get lost in the emotions of the day, you get lost in the singing and the spirituality. It's great. But sometimes when you get lost in all of that, and you're appreciating the Chazanim, the Baal Tokeya, the Shofar, all of the day, sometimes we don't get a chance to appreciate some of the words, specifically some of the things that make a little bit less sense that we need to question. For example, if you look in the middle bracha of your Moshe Shmona Esrei, in the section of Zichronot, of remembering, so we have, like in the other middle brachot of the Moshe Shmona Esrei, we have a series of psukim, some from Torah, some from Navi, some from Ketuvim, and in the psukim, we find that there's one character mentioned, and if I were to choose a character to exist in my Zichronot, I'd probably choose Sarah. Vashem pakadet Sarah. Sarah goes through hardship. Sarah goes through a long period of time without a child. She's very sad. And then Hashem pakadet Sarah. Hashem remembers Sarah. And if not Sarah, I'd probably go Chana. Vayizkireha Hashem. Hashem remembered Chana and gave her a child after the oppression she endured from Penina. Those great women in Jewish history are probably the people I would have chosen to have a pasuk relating to them in this bracha of Zichronot. Hashem remembered them for their hardship, for the thing that they did, for the davening of Chana. All of that Hashem remembered, and then blessed them with something exciting and amazing, with a child. Probably what I would have chosen. And yet the author of our Machzor didn't choose either of those figures in Tanakh, but rather chose Noach. In Perek Chet Pasuk Aleph of Sefer Bereshit, Vayiskor Elohim et Noach ve'et kol hachaya ve'et kol habehema asher yito b'teva. Hashem remembered Noach, and Hashem remembered all of the animals that were on the teva with Noach, and therefore after the Mabul, after the flood, it's rain everywhere, there's water everywhere, Hashem decided that the water should reside. And Noach doesn't really do anything. He doesn't really invoke any emotion in the story. He just happens to exist on the Teva. He's not my first choice at the person I would include in the Machzor as Zichronot in this emotional time, in an emotional day. I just wouldn't use Noach. So why does the author of the Machzor choose this pasuk, Perek Chet Pasuk Aleph, as the highlight or a highlight of Zichronot? And I think if we look deeper into that pasuk, Vayiskor Elohim et Noach, we can actually understand a little bit of what's going on. Because all of the Mefarshim question this, again, it's the beginning of the Perek, what did Hashem remember? What is Hashem remembering? The waters just came down, everything is flooded, and Hashem all of a sudden out of nowhere, Vayiskor Elohim et Noach, Hashem remembers Noach. What did Hashem remember? So Ramban and the Even Ezra say that Hashem remembered the Brit from Perek Vav, the end of Perek Vav, where Hashem says, Noach, you'll go on the Teva, and I'll take you off of the Teva. Hashem remembered that he said he would save Noach, and so he has to do it. So Hashem remembered the Brit he made. That is why Hashem is saving Noach over here. But Radak gives a slightly different explanation that I think has clear ramifications. Radak says Hashem remembered that Noach took care and fed all the people and the animals that were on the Teva. Noach cared for them, Noach allowed them to live on the Teva. And this difference is striking, because for the Ramban and Even Ezra, Hashem is remembering something that happened in the past. Hashem remembered a Brit from 2 Parakim ago. According to Radak, that's just not the case. Presumably Noach didn't stop feeding everyone that was on the Teva. Presumably he didn't stop caring for everyone that was on the Teva. He was probably doing it right now. Which means that this word Vayizkor, the Shores Zayin Chaf Reish, now doesn't just mean I remember something in the past, as you and I might have expected it to be, but Hashem can actually remember something that he sees right here, right now. Noach caring for and maintaining all of the life that's on the Teva. But we can take this idea a step further. Zachar doesn't just mean the past. It also means the present, because all the Mefarshim also ask, what did Hashem remember about the animals? Vayiskor Elohim et Noach, that's true. Ve'et kol hachaya ve'et kol habehema asher yito b'teva. What did Hashem remember about the animals? So Rashi says that Hashem remembers that the animal didn't crossbreed. They didn't intermingle with each other. They stayed their course, which is again a present zechira. This is what they are still currently not doing. They are still not distorting nature. They are still not crossbreeding. However, the Ramban says something different. Ramban says that Hashem is remembering the purpose of the animals, which is, when he originally created them, the purpose of the animals is to serve man. Says Ramban, if the purpose of the animal is to help man serve Hashem, then when Noach survives, the animal needs to survive also. Which means that Hashem is not just remembering the past and the present, Hashem is also remembering a future that hasn't yet happened. Hashem is remembering what the animal's purpose is going to be. And I'll take that a step further, because there's a Midrash Haggadah that says, what did Hashem remember about Noach? The Midrash answers the question by saying that Hashem remembered Har Sinai. Hashem remembered Kabbalat HaTorah, which certainly has not happened yet, and has not been given to the Jewish people. So for Hashem to be Zocher Vayiskor Elohim et Noach, to remember what Noach did, Hashem isn't remembering a past. Hashem is seeing into the future. And this idea isn't unfamiliar to us, that Hashem exists above time, that Hashem exists in all planes of time, all aspects of existence at the same time. But now this word Zachar takes on a completely different meaning, and I think that's even true in our Machzor. Because I think what the author of the Machzor is trying to tell us is that Rosh Hashanah is not just a day where we say, Hashem, please remember how I was this past year, or in my past, altogether, and write me in the book of life. But Hashem, see what I'm doing right here, right now. I'm on the first day or the second day of Rosh Hashanah. I've been in shul for hours at this point, listening to the shofar, pouring my soul out, davening to you. And not only should you focus on what I'm doing right now, but think about what I'm going to do in the future. If tomorrow is another day of Rosh Hashanah, I'll be back in shul, followed by Tzom Gedalia. Next week, I'm going to have Yom Kippur. I'm going to be saying Slichot all week. The Zechira that we're invoking with Vayiskor Elohim et Noach in our davening, in our Musaf Shmona Esrei, is saying, Hashem, don't just judge me on my past, but Hashem, Zocher, who I am today and who I will be in the future, who you expect me to be in the future. Hashem, remember why you created me, why I exist, and the purpose and the mission that I have to fulfill still. And if we think about that over the course of these short next 11 months that are filled with trepidation and awe as we approach Yamim Noraim, we should hopefully be able to remember this lesson from Noach, and that Hashem remembered not just the past, but also the present and the future. And if we take that with us to next Rosh Hashanah, we will hopefully be Zocha to be written in the Sefer HaChaim and the Sefer HaTov. Shabbat Shalom.